Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
23-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Four down. Alert. Alert.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have back on their heels.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete.
What you got?
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Get on the quick right here.
Third down.
Towards the mic.
Play action here with Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
At their own 45-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Touchdown, Packers! Marcus Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53's Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's Darnold. Man open, that's Marcus Green. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Let's go. Oh, lady. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Hey, Delta.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hughes. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
So Mike's number 1, Mike's number 1.
Me and you.
Darnold.
It's just me and you.
Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Mike at the 5. Mike by 5.
Ready? Blue draw Corker.
Kill.
Now Jones.
Run! Get there.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, keep it up.
Darnold a sneak, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Sam Darnold, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but with
pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
You punk. Jack! Hey, quarter. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey, alert. Twist.
3rd and long here for Rosen. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go play action. It's Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And it's complete to Kelsey.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
Here we go again.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. 59's Mike. 59's hug. 59. Here it comes.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. This one caught by Winslow. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rosen will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 48 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
No. Off.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go.
From the 41, Darnold. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, Charlie. Check Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. He's got it. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Let's go.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here goes, son.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Ready?
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Marcus Green, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after up and good. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as a...
Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
4 down, 4 down. Hug. 99, check 99.
24 is the mic.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen.
He don't want it.
Open man has got one. It's complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on 1st down. Hope, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And now it's Rosen looking, and he'll get this one complete to Winslow. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down Broadway. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
But then he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
53, check 53. We don't want this.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they''ve done in the first half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Number 53, Mike.
Darnold from the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Hughes. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away.
The Vikings take over.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Check, Bravo.
Check, bunch set.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Touchdown, Packers! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get...
It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. Room here to run. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Packers. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about team script.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Go!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield.
And he's going to go down, but a penalty marker too, and they might very well have jumped the snap there. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Middle.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Rosen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Monday. I got him. Check three.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rosen. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Mike Evans, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Packers 22, Vikings 23.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green.
It's run, fellas, it's run.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go, son.
Mike, one.
Watch Red 80. Lady.
Watch the screen.
On first down, Green. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 46.
Watch the whip.
25.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
You got it. You got it.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
We own them. We own them.
Nifty move. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Check pass, check pass. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill, kill, kill. He's coming.
General West.
He's coming, double up.
Mark.
They'll run on first down. It's Green. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's easy work.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Yo. Yo.
At the 18-yard line.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Here we go.
Second and 5 now. Darnold caught by Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
53, check 53.
Lady.
Pick it up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal.
He's crashing.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Packers 42, Vikings
53's
23.
Mike. Check 53's Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Lady. Buzz. Let's go.
Hey, we got
Back
Mike,
to throw,
number 53.
Darnold.
Mike 53.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still three-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go, baby.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now it's Rosen. He finds his target. It's Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Odd. 3 down. Odd.
Monday.
Rosen off the play action. It's complete to Lockett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards, the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Bound to lose one.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Now Rosen on first down. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action here with Rosen.
Let's go.
And that's going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter. And it's a fumble, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
But if you do it 1 bite at a time.
Okay.
That's the way they've got to play this. One play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye.
Yeah.
One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
It's caught, Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, If we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Switch it.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, they had it fourth and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's going to be a long day.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Hey, box drop.
Minnesota.
On first down, it's Rosen.
Hey, here we go.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Let's go.
It's a big one there for the Vikings. 48 yards. They come out here in the eye. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Rosen going to keep it himself, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Rosen taking it in as his guys are back within a single score. Now the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Packers 42,
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
On first down, it's Green. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Oh, one's the mic. Watch one. Watch.
Here we go. Oh, baby, come on, let's go.
On third down, Green. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to...
Honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras open.